You're watching 9 rare American origin horse breeds you don't know about. A journey into the bloodlines of truly American horses that are quietly disappearing. Some breeds have fewer than 200 left. Others once carried native warriors into battle to defend their homelands. This isn't just a list of rare horses. It's a chance to rediscover the forgotten chapters of American history through the hooves of the ones that survived. Number 9. Chinkatig Pony Horse. The Chinkatig pony is a wild horse breed that lives on Ahsanous Island, just off the coasts of Virginia and Maryland. Legend has it they're the descendants of Spanish horses that swam ashore from shipwrecks in the 17th century, surviving the ocean and adapting to one of the toughest coastal environments in America. Standing around 12 to 13.2 hands, 48 to 54 inches, tall and weighing 600 to 850 pounds, Chinkatig ponies are compact, sturdy, and surprisingly tough. With thick manes and the ability to handle salt winds, heat, and sand like few others. They're ranked number 9 because, while they're well known thanks to the annual pony swim event, their numbers are still tightly controlled through managed breeding programs on the island. Compared to the Shetland pony of Scotland, Chinkatigs are wilder and better suited to harsh environments. Compared to the banker horse, they're more agile and easier to train. But they're more than just coastal icons. They're living proof of survival, adaptation, and the quiet resilience of nature over time. And if you think island horses are the only wild spirits left, the next breed, born on the dry, open plains with the fire of warriors in its blood, will make you see American history in a whole new way. Number 8. Nakota Horse. The Nakota Horse is a true American wild breed, born and raised for centuries on the tough grasslands of North Dakota. Thought to be descendants of 18th century Spanish horses and war mounts of the Lakota Sioux, they carry a forgotten legacy and a survival instinct that's nothing short of extraordinary. Standing about 14 to 15.2 hands, 56 to 62 inches tall, and weighing 900 to 1,200 pounds, Nakotas are known for their striking blue roan coats, balanced frames, and smooth but powerful movement. They're intelligent, independent, and sometimes stubborn, fitting for a horse shaped by open plains and untamed history. Ranked number 8, Nakotas are incredibly rare. Once hunted, crossbred, and nearly wiped out in the early 20th century, they survived only thanks to the efforts of the Kuntz family and the Nakota Horse Conservancy, who helped preserve a few hundred purebred individuals. Compared to the now extinct European tarpon, Nakotas are more durable and far more approachable. But if you think only wild war horses deserve the spotlight, the next breed, creamy-colored, farm-raised, and rooted deep in the heart of the Midwest, just might surprise you. Number 7. American Cream Draft. The American Cream Draft is the only heavy draft horse breed that's 100% made in the USA. With its signature champagne-colored coat and soft pinkish eyes, this horse stands out in any field it steps into. Originating in Iowa in the early 1900s, the breed traces back to a mare affectionately known as Old Granny. Standing about 15 to 16.3 hands, 60 to 67 inches, tall and weighing 1,600 to 2,000 pounds, these horses are big and powerful, yet calm, gentle, and surprisingly easy to work with. They've long been loved for farm work, wagon pulling, and turning heads at country fairs. Ranked number 7, the American Cream Draft came dangerously close to extinction after World War II, as tractors replaced horses on farms. Today, with only around 2,000 purebreds left, the breed is making a slow comeback thanks to the American Cream Draft Horse Association. Compared to the massive Shire from England or the strong Percheron of France, the Cream Draft is a bit smaller, more manageable, and perfect for family farms. But what truly makes it one of a kind is that rare champagne gene, giving it a look you won't find anywhere else. Think all draft horses are the same? Wait until you meet the next breed, a curly-coated mystery with a backstory just as wild as its mane. Number 6, American Bashir Curly. The American Bashir Curly is the only horse breed in the world with a full-body, natural curly coat. Even their eyelashes curl. Once thought to have Russian origins, modern research shows they're a truly American breed, dating back to the 19th century, found mainly in Nevada and North Dakota. Standing around 14 to 15 hands, 56 to 60 inches tall, and weighing 800 to 1,100 pounds, Curly horses are smart, calm, and uniquely suited for people with horse allergies thanks to the structure of their coat. They're ranked number 6, not because they're incredibly rare, but because the rare curly gene they carry is slowly fading due to uncontrolled crossbreeding. Compared to cold weather breeds like the Yakut or Icelandic horse, the curly holds its own. Tough enough to survive freezing winters, but far easier to train and work with. But the next horse on this list, older, smaller, and carrying the bloodline of Spanish conquistadors, just might redefine what it means to be wild and free. Number 5. Colonial Spanish Mustang. The Colonial Spanish Mustang is a pure descendant of the very first horses brought to the Americas by Spanish explorers in the 16th century. Small but incredibly tough, these horses were the trusted partners of expeditions that explored, conquered, and settled the New World. They stand around 13.2 to 14.3 hands, 54 to 59 inches tall, and weigh 700 to 900 pounds with thick manes, sloped shoulders, sure-footed movement, and a level of endurance that's rare even by wild horse standards. Ranked number 5, not because they lack importance, in fact their genetic and historical value is massive, but because purebred numbers are low and shrinking fast due to crossbreeding with modern Mustang lines. Compared to their European ancestor, the Andalusian, Colonial Spanish Mustangs are smaller, but far tougher and better suited for survival in the harsh deserts of the American Southwest. And if you thought Spanish bloodlines only lived on the mainland, the next horse, one that washed ashore and built an entire legacy on a remote island, is going to surprise you. Number 4. Banker Horse. The Banker Horse is a wild breed that lives on the Barrier Islands off the coast of North Carolina, most famously on Shackleford Banks. Believed to be descendants of Spanish horses that swam ashore from shipwrecks in the 1500s, these are the ocean's accidental survivors, tough, wild, and built to last. Standing around 13 to 14 hands, 52 to 56 inches tall, and weighing 800 to 1,000 pounds, Bankers are small, hardy, and perfectly adapted to their environment. They survive off sparse vegetation, harsh coastal winds, and salt air, with zero human care. These horses live completely wild and are protected by strict conservation efforts. They're ranked number 4 because they're one of the few wild horse breeds still roaming freely in nature. But their numbers are low, and they're highly vulnerable to climate change and coastal development. And if you think only wild horses connect us to nature, wait until you meet the next breed, one that takes you straight back to the real cowboy era of the American South. Number 3, Florida Cracker Horse. The Florida Cracker Horse is one of the oldest cattle horse breeds in America, raised by Florida's farmers and cowboys since the 1500s. A direct descendant of Spanish horses, it's known for its speed, agility, and tough-as-nails attitude. Standing 13.2 to 15 hands, 54 to 60 inches tall, and weighing around 700 to 1,000 pounds, the Cracker is compact, quick on its feet, incredibly durable, and heat-tolerant. Perfect for Florida's hot, humid climate and swampy terrain. It's ranked number 3 because it came dangerously close to vanishing in the 20th century due to agricultural mechanization. Thankfully, a handful of ranchers and the state of Florida stepped in to preserve the bloodline, and today, the Cracker lives on. But if you thought this was the ultimate symbol of endurance, the next horse, born in the marshes, shaped by sea winds, and tested by revolution, will make you see resilience in a whole new light. Number 2, Carolina Marsh Tacki. The Carolina Marsh Tacki is one of the rarest horse breeds in America. Once used in the Revolutionary War and long trusted by farmers navigating the swampy lowlands of South Carolina. Standing 13.2 to 15 hands, 54 to 60 inches tall, and weighing 700 to 900 pounds, the Marsh Tacki has a unique single-foot gait, giving it exceptional stability and ease of movement through mud, sand, and coastal brush. It ranks number 2 because its numbers have dropped dangerously low. At one point, fewer than 100 were known to exist. But its role in history is huge. Even George Washington's troops relied on them to haul supplies through marshes no wagon could reach. Compared to the Icelandic horse, the Marsh Tacki is smaller but better adapted to heat and rough terrain, a silent warrior shaped by nature's toughest conditions. And at number 1, the next horse isn't just rare, it carries the blood of an entire culture. Endangered, forgotten, but never defeated. Number 1. Chakah Horse. The Chakah Horse isn't just a breed, it's a living legacy of the Choctaw Nation, one of the oldest native civilizations in the southeastern United States. These horses are pure descendants of 16th century Spanish stock, carefully bred and preserved by the Choctaw people for generations, until they were forced into the tragic march known as the Trail of Tears. Standing 13.2 to 14.2 hands, 54 to 58 inches, tall and weighing 700 to 900 pounds, Choctaw horses are lean, sure-footed, and incredibly loyal. They're ranked number 1 because fewer than 200 remain across the entire country, and every single one carries bloodlines that are vanishing before our eyes. Compared to every other horse on this list, the Choctaw might not be the strongest or the flashiest, but it's without a doubt the heaviest in spirit. Every step they take is a chapter of American history still waiting to be honored and never forgotten.